Hey guys, it's Mr. Wolens again. This time with a little bit of a different video than what I've sent to you guys before, and this one is for all classes, so 7th grade, 8th grade, and 9th grade. You guys are going to be seeing this video, and I know it's been a while since probably the last time I even said anything, posted anything, but I really do miss you guys. it's it's tough to do what I've been doing without having to see you guys. It's tough for me even just to get through the rest of the day without having something to get up and look forward to, but I haven't. But there have been some things that are getting me through this difficult and uncertain time. And I'm sure that you guys are probably doing different things like that, whether it's drawing, video games, watching stuff on the internet. But for mine, if you guys know anything about Mr. Wolens, there's two things that he loves more than anything else in the world, and it's music and professional wrestling. Now, instead of going on and on and on about different wrestling shows that I could have seen or wrestling pay-per-views that I could watch, instead, I want to talk about why music has gotten me through some stuff. And there's no certain, or there's no one direct reason as to why or how I can even explain it, but there's no more of a satisfying, clarifying feeling than when I'm sitting in my bedroom. I got my old bulky CD player, and I'm cranking up something like the first Van Halen album, Aerosmith's Toys in the Attic, which are all very, very old, but I like to collect CDs. That's why I have these. And this one actually goes to a set. So, that's why this one's a little thinner. Disc is in there. That's why this one's a little thinner than this one, because it goes to a set of different Van Halen albums. And that's just a quick scope of some of the music that I like, because obviously it's pretty big rock and roll, heavy metal, punk rock, whatever you want to consider it. But some other ones that I got here, and I have amassed a collection of easily over 200 CDs over the years. Some of which I've traded, some of which I've kept and held on to, and for obvious reasons. I mean, this is one of my favorite new bands that are out now. They're called The Struts. Basically, if you could imagine a band like Queen, which this is the album that's got Bohemian Rhapsody on it, it's called Night at the Opera. If you could imagine Queen, but more, what's the right word? More radio friendly and not as extravagant as they were. That's basically what the Struts are. And then we got one of my favorite bands of all time. This is a collection of some of their live work. This is Kiss. These are the guys that dress up in the costumes, do the fire and the pyrotechnics. This is one of my favorite albums by them. This is the first Kiss Alive album. And the concept of that was basically the records that they were making in the studio were not selling, so they just decided, let's go out on the road. We have a lot of people that have seen us before and a lot of people that want to see us. So let's go out on the road and just record every single night and put it together onto 4 different records or 2 different records and sell that, make it a double album. And that worked. They made buttloads of money from that. Let's see what else I got in this collection. Some alternative, from grunge, we have the band Soundgarden. From another group, we have Radiohead, more philosophical, very moody, I'm having a bad day, I'm going to listen to this. It's not a good thing. And then we got some heavy metal. From Columbus, we have Beartooth. From Los Angeles, the classic Motley Crue, a staple for any metalhead, for anybody that's wanting to get into heavy metal. Newer band called Bad Wolves. Very, very heavy, very cool. Heavy metal band Anthrax. This is their album Among the Living, which is my personal favorite of all of them. And then the last 2, we have Def Leppard's Pyromania, which was groundbreaking for the band and also for heavy metal at a time, because it brought heavy metal not only into a mainstream sense in the 80s, but it also brought an element of pop-friendly radio at the same time. And then this one was the first record I ever bought with my own money. This is Skid Row's Slave to the Grind. It's a very, very, very heavy, very charged record at the same time. And if you ask your parents about any of these albums, just be warned. Some of them may or may not have the most clear of lyrics. Sometimes you might have to reread them and interpret them, and then some of them are just, yeah, not the safest to listen to. But that's why I like them. And then we got some punk records, some of my favorite ones. The first Ramones album, pretty groundbreaking. The Clash's London Calling, another pretty good one. Hardcore band Pennywise, yes, they're named after the clown, believe it or not. Rancid and Out Come the Wolves, basically the guys that saved the classic punk that was in the 90s when bands like Green Day and Blink-182 were blowing up. And then ska band Real Big Fish. Yes, it's a play on words. Yes, it is funny. And they basically combined slower music with the punk music of like The Clash or Rancid. But it's very odd, very different. And that's what made them stand out so much. Now, it's not just a whole lot of rock music that I listen to. I also do tend to diversify, tend to go into different genres, but I don't really buy albums as much. But I do have a couple different rap albums I have, just out of the few of them. Some Public Enemy, which are the epitome of what I think a rap group should be about. And then the Wu-Tang Clan, which are basically 90s rap in a nutshell. Very, very well done. Very East Coast, New York, sort of gangster rap. And that's just a little bit of some of the music that I like. I mean, I'm wearing a Motley Crue t-shirt right now. And that was when they were doing their final tour ever. And now they're going out on the road again. Well, but that's going to have to do it for me, guys. When you're done watching this video, send me some stuff back. What have you guys been doing to get you through these times when you're not doing schoolwork? Like, are you playing your favorite video games? Are you drawing? Are you writing? Are you spending time with family? Are you trying to get in contact with some friends that you have at school, whether through phone, email, dojo, however you choose to do it? How are you getting through just sitting around your house doing nothing? What breaks that boredom for you guys? What is something that you're doing that's preventing you from being too bored when you're not doing your schoolwork? Alrighty, that's all I got for today, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep in contact, and I will see you hopefully in the next video.